In Rural Sociology 1500, we learned about how gender and demographics affect socialization. We wanted to know how these factors influenced a person's workout habits. To get background information on the topic, we did research and found out that according to the Environmental Physical Activity Study carried out by the International Society of Behavioral Medicine in 2010, more self-efficacy and more social support from family and friends relates to more physical activity. Perceiving recreation facilities to be more convenient is also associated with more physical activity. According to the 2007 Youth Risk Behavior Survey done by the American Academy of Nurse Practitioners, a higher percentage of girls were dissatisfied with their bodies than boys. Factors that influence body dissatisfaction include awareness, internalization, and perceived pressures such as the media, peers, family, and friends. The female sociocultural beauty ideal is a very thin body, and the male beauty ideal is a lean but muscular body. According to 2 questionnaires done by Salud Mental in Spain, more girls than boys have a desire to be thinner, and more boys have a desire to be muscular. Female bodybuilders have bodies that take up space, which goes against social norms because it challenges the traditional concepts of beauty such as delicacy and slenderness. According to another study done by the American School Health Foundation in 2007, rural and urban people felt about the same amount of self-efficacy for physical activity. Next, we designed an experiment to find out if males or females tend to work out more with a friend or alone, and if males or females worked out more at any certain facility on campus. We also wanted to find out if rural, suburban, or urban people tend to work out more at any certain place on campus.
First, using our research and observations, we hypothesized that more females will work out with friends and more females will work out in smaller gyms. Next, we hypothesized that the number of males will be almost the same for big and small gyms, and the number of males will be almost the same for working out with a friend or alone. Last, we hypothesized that people from rural areas will work out more outside, and people from suburban and urban areas will work out more in gyms.
We conducted a survey that asked 30 people the same set of questions. Our survey sample was random people on the oval on the campus of The Ohio State University. 15 participants were male and 15 were female. We asked if they work out, if they prefer working out at the RPAC, JO South or North, or outside, and if they worked out alone or with a friend.
Some of our hypotheses are supported by our data, but others are not. The data tells us that all rural, suburban, and urban people prefer to work out at the RPAC, which does not support our hypothesis.
The data also does not support our hypothesis because it tells us that more males prefer to work out at the RPAC, whereas females prefer the RPAC and JO South or North equally. The rest of the data supports the hypothesis because it tells us that females tend to work out with a friend more, and males tend to work out with a friend or alone about the same. All rural, suburban, and urban people may prefer the RPAC because they find it more convenient, and self-efficacy is related to the convenience of the workout facility. Males may prefer the RPAC because it has the most variety of lifting equipment, and the media portrays that males need to lift weights in order to be muscular. Females may not have a preference for a gym because females are portrayed to be thin, in which they would need cardio machines, which both gyms have. Females may prefer to work out with a friend because females have more body dissatisfaction, and more social support leads to more self-efficacy and more physical activity. Males may not have a preference to working out with a friend or alone because males have less body dissatisfaction, so they do not need as much social support.
Some limitations of the experiment are that our sample had 19 suburban people, 3 urban people, and 8 rural people, so there was not an even distribution. In conclusion, at The Ohio State University, the female students prefer working out with a friend and do not have a preference for a big or small gym. The male students prefer the RPAC and do not have a preference for going with a friend or alone, and all rural, urban, and suburban people prefer the RPAC.